Welcome back, everybody, to our podcast. My name is Bree.
I'm Josh. Sorry, I'm actually blonde now, so that's my excuse.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just dying. It's fine.
Blonde girls can be funny too, you guys.
I'm not editing all that coffee.
It's fine. I was dying. No big deal. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about another video game. We're going to be talking about The Evil Within. Kelsey got to play it. Josh finally watched it.
I don't enjoy being terrorized like this. That's all I have to say on the subject.
Oh, no. I want to know your reaction. I want to know what you went through.
Kelsey was kind of not live for it, but I was like texting her while I was watching it. You guys, so some people get like motion sickness. I don't like first person horror games because like the squelching and the guts and the like terror. Like I'm a pansy. I'm a little bit of a baby. I fully acknowledge and embrace this. Like, okay, guys, I was scared in the theater for Annabelle. So take that however you will.
Oh my god, it wasn't even scary. We were like in the theater for Annabelle, which is, by the way, not a good movie. Don't go watch it. It's bad. Like, don't even get me started.
Yeah, it was not really worth it, you guys.
No, it's not good. Stop making Conjuring movies. Anyway, we were sitting there and there's like I think 5 other people, like, because it was near the end of its run, and Josh was sitting there like, no, can we go? No, it's like 20 minutes into the movie.
You see, guys, I just come here to be insulted, apparently. So.
Well,
every horror movie that we've been to, you do that. It's cute.
It's okay, Joshua. I always go in with like a hoodie with like the pull strings and everything, so when I get scared I pull my hoodie real tight and then I become a butthole.
She's literally so quiet until she gets actually so scared, and then it's and then it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, in the middle of the theater. And
puckered up butthole.
Yeah. Anyway, so even
I mean, honestly, Brie, that's very your brand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you for saying thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying thank you to thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you and fuck you.
No. Thank you.
And a fuck you.
Be blessed. That's what they say in Be blessed.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
Ugh, ew.
Back on topic. So anyway, Evil Within. It's a horror game, horror survival, and technically it's third person. But it came out in October 2014. So if you guys haven't played it yet, I guess spoilers. But at the same time, let's go.
I guess spoilers.
Let's go. It's been 6 years? Let's go. Anyway, so I didn't play it. Don't come at me. I've watched it several times. So fuck you. I know what happens. Kelsey, though, got to play it, which we're absolutely going to hear some stories about that.
I'm looking forward to it, Kel.
And we finally got Joshua to watch one video. Was it one video? You only watched one video, wasn't it?
One video was enough. Thank you. One video was fine. Totally okay.
So anyway, what did you guys like about it? What did you not like about it? Kelsey.
Do you want me to go first? Because I can go first.
Or should I go first? I'll put it in a positive perspective so you can rip it down.
Okay, well, I only got to chapter 10. Okay, first of all, I'll say nice things, because, I don't hate the game, okay? I don't hate the game. I don't think it's a bad game. I'm looking forward to eventually playing the sequel or whatever, maybe. My issue with this fucking game is the fucking autosave. Let me just tell you. Okay? I'm a gamer, right? I play video games. Probably more than the average person, but not more than an intense gamer, because I prefer books and movies to fucking video games.
You're
but
an
I play video games a lot.
casual gamer.
Yeah, I'm an intense casual gamer. I watch fucking E3 and the Game Awards and shit. I'm pretty invested. I play enough games to know kind of what the fuck I'm doing. So I've always had this problem with autosave. If you don't know what autosave is, Why are you
I
listening
like
to this fucking
autosave.
episode?
Autosaves.
You're-
Autosaves.
It's
Listen.
really good for people who are bad at video games.
No. Okay, if you've played video games, like back when they were like, still kind of coming into its popularity and everything, but quickly gaining traction, you understand that you save every time you see the save icon. Every single time. If you do not save at every save point in the game, you're fucked. So you have to save, and it's always good
I
practice to
understand
save
that.
more. So when they
Yeah, I
brought
get
in the
that.
autosave feature, they actually took away the manual save part. So you couldn't just go save comfortably. No, when it first came out, that wasn't a thing.
Okay, no, but with the Evil Within, they have both.
They had both
have both
because there was so much bullshit behind the autosave feature, because they always saved you in the most like inconvenient places.
Like action
Fucking-
scary places where you couldn't get your bearings.
Queen.
Oh,
Queen.
yeah.
Queen. Here we go.
By the way, you guys and
the
listeners,
fuck?
I am doing some skincare right now, so if you hear like a noise, that is me showing myself self-love and self-care. And thank you. Thank you for understanding. Thank you. But no, seriously, you guys, I have not done a face mask in probably like 3 months, and my skin looks ugly right now. So yeah, it's face mask time.
All right, you do that, Queen.
I'm
Anyway,
very happy for you.
autosaves.
Okay. So, I need to stand up. Because this makes me very angry. So, I get to Chapter 7. If you've watched the game, if you played the game, you know what Chapter 7 is. It's when you have to deal with Boxhead. So first, there's various different types
That's
of
the
bosses.
scary,
Like, first
the scary not levitating, but like teleporting dude.
It's the dude with the
Teleporting.
safe for his head.
the teleporting dude is Ruvik. I don't know how to say his name.
Oh, okay.
Whatever the fuck him too, by the way. But Boxhead has this weird steel trap box thing on his head, and you kill him, and then he'll disappear into a puddle, and then he just comes back multiple times. Anyway, Chapter 7. I'm doing my thing. I'm trying to go after Leslie and save his ass because he keeps running, and I just want to save him because I'm a detective. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. And this fight with fucking Boxhead, it's 3-4 different levels. You have to do the little cranky screw thing 3 times. 3 times. And if you die, even if you're on the 3rd crank thing, it takes you all the way back to number 1 before you have touched any of the fucking cranks. When you're right at the beginning trying to save Leslie, it takes you all the way back after you spend 20 minutes trying to fucking 6 times. Because I'm not okay.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I actually got to sit and watch this happen. I went over one day.
Was it not bullshit?
I went over one day and I was like, all right, let's see what's going on. Because she was complaining
Wait,
for a while.
pause. I mean, not pause the recording, but pause that. Just so everyone knows, even though we don't live together, technically Bree and I quarantine together. We have a circle of people that we interact with. Because she works with the person I live with, so she's allowed to be around me, but we don't interact with anyone else, so we're still being COVID safe. Continue.
Yeah, one of her roommates is my coworker. There we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went over to her house. I let her show me what was going on, and oh my god, watching that rage build was the most beautiful experience I could have ever asked for. Legitimately.
Listen, Linda,
that was so
it not bullshit?
beautiful. It was so much fun to watch. But it was
Schadenfreude.
but see, here's the thing. She's been complaining about that part for what was it, 3-4 days in a row? No, it was longer than that.
It was a week. So listeners, when I get mad at a video game and I don't have to review it for the podcast, I just don't play it for a month. 2 months, maybe a year.
A month, 2 months.
I was on a break.
2 months.
Yeah, I was on a break from the game, but it had to be a short break because I had to get farther at least for the podcast or whatever.
So when I went
You had
over
a
there,
goal.
So that's why I was complaining for so long.
Yes. And I
I
went
was
over
playing
there
it 3
and
days in a
she
row.
got it. She finally got it on, I think it was her 3rd try. 3rd or 4th try. She finally got it and then went through 2 more chapters and I was just like, I'm so proud of you.
What the the fucking bear trap thing, dude.
Oh, but anyway, so
But yeah, the autosave.
we got a little
Shit.
too deep without actually explaining most of the game. The whole game is surrounding Sebastian Castellanos, which is like this. What are those old black and white like detective movies? You know, like
Film
he's
noir.
this
Like crime noir. or
yeah,
something.
yeah. He was he was the typical alcoholic, old school detective, and didn't like take things like so funny. He was always so serious and whatnot, but he was just going through hell in
So
this
annoying.
game.
Do not like those kinds of characters. Stop writing them.
Oh
Continue.
yeah, he was.
Honestly, please don't. No one likes them. They're whiny and they're annoying.
Like, oh my god, my life as a cis white straight het feels so hard. Oh my god, I didn't
Oh my
need
God.
alcohol.
Kelsey,
But anyway,
stop. You're gonna get us called SJWs again.
Oh no.
oh well. But yes, so you play as a detective, you get called into this hospital, shit goes down, you're thrown into this world, and it's really hellish and nightmare, which, okay, there are quite a bit of problems with this game. Like, technical issues. There was some issues with, like, the story. Some of the characters were just, but
Choices were made.
its horror aspect and the way it built the atmosphere for everything, love that. I love that.
I will say that, like, I know a lot of people think this game is scary. I'm personally, the only
I'm one
times
of
I was
people-
scared.
I am people. That's me. I think the game is scary.
Well, it's only
No, a lot
really
of people,
scary
it's not
in
just
like
you.
certain aspects, but it's more action driven than horror driven.
Yeah.
So
The beginning is hella scary when you're getting chased by the guy with the chainsaw. Like, I don't like that. That's very Outlast and terrifying.
Yeah.
And then Ruvik, I don't fuck with him. Bree was there.
she screams so loud.
I think, didn't I call out for my mom? Like, I called out
Yeah,
for my
she was
mom.
like, "Mom."
I don't like him because he's like a one-hit kill. It's not even a hit. He
And then
touches
she
you on the
dies.
shoulder. And you're
Mommy, the game isn't being fair, mommy. Mommy!
I'm 30.
That was so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Well, he does. All he does is like touch you and you die. And he just comes out of nowhere. Nowhere. Like, where were you? Why are you here all of a sudden? Why is everything blue? I don't understand. He's scary. But other than that, it's mainly an action game, I would say. That's just my opinion. With like
No,
horror.
I fully agree with you on that. It is more action driven than horror because as much as I love this game, it's quite forgettable with the whole sequence of the thing. Like, I know what happens, I know the end story, I know the whole purpose and everything behind that. I can't remember certain parts of that game. It's like I've watched it so many times. I've watched two different players play through the game, and I still can't remember most of it.
Maybe you should just, like, I don't know, actually sit down and play it, yo.
Maybe. I did ask to borrow the game from somebody, so I will be giving it a try myself. But
I mean,
I
from the
find that the
watch play-
second one is more memorable for me than the first one. But the first one was
I
still
don't-
really good in the whole
Well, from the
aspect.
watch play that I was watching, it was like, I don't want to say that it was generic, but it did feel very like a la Hostel or like a little bit borrowed from Saw. Like you
It's
could
like borrowed
definitely
from multiple
see,
different movies.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
you
feel
could
like
definitely see the
violence and shit.
influences. How about that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I will disagree with Brie on one thing. I think the first game is better than the second one, and because I finally watched a little bit of it, and I was like, it's just the same old fucking thing. Like, I'm not really, I don't know. I'm just not interested in sequels that tread the same.
I just
same
remember the
bullshit.
second one more than I do the first one for some reason. I love both of them. Like, I love them both. It's just for some reason I have a hard time remembering some key points. Like, it wasn't until like I like rewatched it just to make sure I was really caught up with it, where there was like this church part, and I was like, "Oh fuck, when did that happen? There's a church in this? You have to go to a church? When was that?"
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I still liked it because there were parts where it made me curse out loud. Like, I won't lie, I probably jumped and screamed and said some choice words. But
I will say, like, as a horror game aficionado, it's definitely not even in my top 20.
Yeah.
It's not a bad game. So, like, I don't want to push anyone off of it. Like, because it's a fun game, but it's not, like, you're not getting anything really that special.
No.
If I'm being completely honest. But it's fun.
Well, I mean,
when it's not fucking
as
over.
we said in the beginning, it's more action driven than it is horror driven.
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing with the Resident Evil series, and that's, like, my top fucking
Yeah, they
series.
did the horror more. But no, I liked it. I still liked it. But I really want to know Josh's thought process when he watched his one video. So.
Okay, so my thoughts were, like... Okay, it was scary. It did scare me. It gave me a couple of jump scenes, which I enjoyed. I liked the kill scenes. I thought those were kind of cute. And does anybody else disagree?
No.
Like, the kill scenes are pretty good. Like, in terms of, like, how they kill you, there could be more annoying ways for them to do it, honestly, that you would have to watch over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate a well thought out kill scene. I will give them that. But like I was saying earlier, it's not like the most original content I've ever watched or like done a playthrough for. But I didn't hate it either. Like it wasn't the worst by any means. It just wasn't like the most unique, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
I did like the color palette though. Like I really like that kind of like gray, brown, red, like flickering light. Like the aesthetic of the game was pretty cool. And I'm kind of like interested in seeing what number 2 looks like, and if there was like an improvement in the graphics and maybe like the aesthetic was a little bit more polished. Like I'm open to seeing number 2.
He's open to seeing one video of number 2.
I think you would enjoy.
Yes, Kelsey, I'm open to seeing one video of number 2. Yes, that's what I mean.
No, like I think you would enjoy the photographer killer in the second one.
Ooh, photographer killer. Wait, is it anything like that terrifying game, Kelsey? Oh, you guys. Okay, so there's this Japanese game that was recommended to me by one of my dearest friends, whose name I'm not going to say. Okay, so you're like this photographer and you like either your spouse or your friend disappears in this house and like none of the lights work, so you have to walk around flashing your camera in a spooky haunted Japanese house. And then you see ghosts in the camera photos or in the flash, whatever. That was the closest a video game has ever gotten me to like actually physically peeing my pants.
If anyone is interested, that game is called Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame. Yes, I remember now.
I've been listening to him cry about this.
I think that we actually wrote a theme song to it, though. My fatal frame, my fatal frame.
I haven't seen the first one. I've only seen the second one. Right? Yeah.
I haven't seen the second one. Okay, so I didn't watch a playthrough because this was before playthroughs were a thing. We're not going to say what year this was coming out. So I actually sat down to play it myself. Thank you. That one friend who has never apologized.
They're gonna it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
No, we know who it is. We know who it is.
Oh, okay.
Never. He's been bitching about this for years. This fucking game. If he's not over it.
It's honestly, I don't know if I was just like, well, first of all, to give context, I was like very new to horror video games. And I like the horror video games I saw was like Resident Evil. Just to give everyone context, I was not prepared for like going from Resident Evil to Fatal Frame. I would not recommend that experience. I would not recommend that experience. If the scope of your video game horror like playing time is just like kind of like Resident Evil and such, maybe start off with this video game. It's less terrifying with the Evil Within one. I recommend that. That's a recommendation I can make above Fatal Frame. Absolutely. This game was less horrifying than Fatal Frame, so I will give it that much.
So wait, hold on. Are you saying like Fatal Frame is the video game that traumatized you?
Yes. No, Fatal Frame is literally the bar that I hold all other horror video games like to the standard of in terms of scariness. So like, you know.
You
That way
know.
they're not as scary to me because like honestly if I find a video game that's fucking scarier than Fatal Frame, I will end up in an institution, you guys.
Maybe we should do
says
review of it for the podcast.
but like says the person that wants to buy the Oculus system so that we can
Yeah.
try out some VR horror games. So like obviously I'm like mentally ill, or as the British would say, mental illness, love. You've got some mental illness.
Oh my god, if
Yes.
they put Fatal
Yes,
Frame
I
on
do.
VR, I want you to play it.
I'm gonna watch somebody play the first one because I seen the second one and oh my god, if you guys want to talk about the second one anytime soon, I'm so totally down because that game is great.
Well, I mean, like, what do you think, Elsie? I think we have enough time to talk about both of them if she wants to.
Well, you guys don't really know that much like about the second one.
Well, you could tell us about it.
And she
'cause, like,
hasn't seen
I mean,
anything about the first one.
Yeah, I need to go watch the first one.
Bonus episode content, you guys. Apparently, we're doing 2 video games. Ooh.
But no, I'll
There's a
like
very
once we do a little bit
luxurious
more
price
research
of
on it.
$3.99.
Because I'm probably gonna watch the first one and then watch the second one again.
Yeah, we'll do a separate episode for Fatal Frame.
Okay.
Yes,
Make Josh
because
watch
that
at
one's
least
a
one
great
Let's Play.
one. That one's so
Way
good.
to make me a liar on the podcast, you guys. Pick on the newest member, why don't you? I see this game. I
But
see
no,
who
I'm
you're
absolutely
playing at.
watching that. I freaking love the second one. That second one is so good. It's so scary. Oh my god. I love
Well, watch
that
the
game.
first one.
I'm gonna watch the
Shit.
first one. I'm gonna watch the first one. But yes, so we're now understanding that Fatal Frame is Josh's traumatic horror game. Wait, Kelsey.
Okay, I'm really curious. What's your guys' traumatic video game? Like horror video game? I was vulnerable!
Okay.
Your turn!
Okay, so I was kind of the same. I didn't really get to watch or play a lot of horror games when I was younger because my dad didn't like them. So I finally got onto YouTube and I found this one dude like playing this horror game or something, and I was like, well, I've never like seen that really, so let's watch it. And that day I was also like sick. I had like a fever and everything, and I was like kind of delirious, and I decided to fucking sit there and watch a fucking playthrough of a horror game. And I think that's why it scarred me so bad, because I actually ended up having nightmares that night. But I watched Five Nights at Freddy's and that game scared the shit out of me.
I don't feel embarrassed anymore about
See,
my
Five
pick.
Nights at
Nah,
Freddy's didn't scare me
like-
because, like, it's a cartoon. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, okay, but like what really scared me is, like I said, like I had a hell of a time going to sleep after that because I was so sick and everything. So I was actually like imagining, like listening, like to them like shuffle down the hallway and everything, because you know that game's like really audio based. So I was imagining that I was listening to them shuffle down the hallway to my room, or that the door was opening or something, and it was just like oh god, that first night was rough. That was terrible. But then I turned around and I watched another one, and I really liked that series, but I don't like it no more. But I really like that series, and that series scared the shit out of me.
You're so funny.
It really did. Like, oh my god. I've watched every
Okay,
single one of them,
Kelsey,
though.
your turn.
Let's go
What
back to
video game
1998.
for? Oh my god.
I was telling the story. You interrupted. We're going back to 1998. Where were we when we were in 1998? We were children. We were 8. We were 7. So don't make fun of me for this. Silent Hill. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. Kelsey.
Silent Hill was my scary game.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. So as a child, I was scared of scary music. So like the X-Files theme fucking scared me, and the Silent Hill music
Solid
fucking scared
same.
me. Like, if
Solid
you-
same. Very, very same.
Yeah.
Alright, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
So like my dad would play it, my stepdad, sorry, would play it at night when he thought I was sleeping. And like all of a sudden I would just hear the theme music, which is like, I don't know how to describe it really besides like, it's like a weird fucking guitar thing. I didn't like it at all. And then when I finally saw what the game was, and I saw like Pyramid Head for the first time, I was like, no, 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 nightmares.
Yeah.
Fucking nightmares. Do I love this game series? Yes, I do, now as an adult. But is it still fucking terrifying to me? Yes, especially number 2. Number 2 is like, I can't do it. It's hard and it's scary and I don't... Like, yeah, so, like, if even though Resident Evil is probably my favorite horror game series of all time, Silent Hill is, like, the bar of terrifying for me. Like, I don't think any game has scared me as much as, like, Silent Hill. Because it's scary.
I actually love
Like,
that for you.
Why he was playing it at, like, 11 o'clock at night, very loudly, questions. Like,
Obviously
abuse.
to terrify you.
Like, emotional abuse.
Is it Fatal Frame 3? Sorry.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
It's called The Tormented.
No.
That could be a part of, like,
No.
I want to do, like, a horror series, like, thing, like, where we talk about various different horror series, like, an episode on, like, Fatal Frame, another one on the Silent Hill series, another one on the Resident Evil series, so, like, we definitely need to, like, look at all the Fatal Frames, because I think that would be fun.
That would be so
And it
much
would-
fun.
I
But
agree.
anyway,
I think that would be fun too.
so is there anything else you guys want to say about this video game before we get more sidetracked with other video games?
I give it a 3 out of 5 stars, I guess. It's okay. It's an okay game.
I gave it 3 out of 5.
I would like second that, I guess, or third that. I mean, that's a fair score.
Yeah, it's fair. It wasn't absolutely horrendous. It wasn't like mind-blowing amazing either though.
No. But if you're like new to like the horror genre in video games, like it's definitely something that I think is what's the word
Might not
for
be
it?
for everyone.
No, I mean like for like new people, I think they could handle it better than say like
it's-
starting off.
That's kind of why I picked it, is because I figured that would be easier for Josh.
Yeah.
Because again,
I appreciate
I watch Let's Players play horror games like people watch their TV. Like I that's my hobby. So I'm very comfortable with video games. But I don't
am
play
trying
them.
my best to get her to play the game.
I'm going to try. We shall see. But anyway, don't forget to like and comment on all of our social media platforms. Oh my god, how many do we have now? Where are
Okay,
we?
we only have for social media, we only have like Facebook and Instagram, but we are on pretty much every like podcast site except for iTunes because it's a pain in the ass for us to do. I'm not downloading iTunes to put us in the iTunes store. Sorry, not sorry about it. But yeah, we're on all those. Happy winter solstice, everybody. If you're in Georgia, make sure to go out and vote. And
for the
anything
two
else?
Democrats.
For the 2 Democrats. Yeah, I don't really know what else.
Now that's everything. So adios, guys.
Bye.
Bye.